You know what they should do to solve the NBA flopping situation? If you're caught flopping, that's gonna be your basketball card.
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious. Welcome back, everybody, to another awesome episode of The Careful Boys. And today we have Mr. Walter Hong back in the...
Mr. Walter Hong, ladies and gentlemen.
How come you're wearing Rams? Is football's back?
Okay, you know, honestly,
Sports question.
when I put my clothes on this morning, I was like, oh, dude, I always wear Rams when I go. They're gonna think like I'm a crazy Rams fan that went to the Super Bowl.
We already think that.
I did go to the Super Bowl. No, but so like I was like, oh, but then I didn't have anything else, so
Rams.
it was just kind of that day. It was just that day
This is the only shirt you have?
for today.
It's kind of like Steve, right? He only has 4 outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in that category too.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like
4
you got how many fanny packs you got though?
I got 2.
I feel like he has 4 civilian clothes and 16 jiu-jitsu outfits.
No, I don't even have. I'm actually running out of jiu-jitsu.
You have 45 rash guards.
Yeah, but you know what's funny is
I've never seen him wear the
they're
same
all
rash
really
guard.
too small, and
Oh.
every time I raise my
Is that because you're just getting swole?
getting fatter, maybe.
Your outfit today's cool. You look like a air marshal
That's what I'm going for.
or like a
Or like a producer.
what
American sniper.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, what?
A blind director?
yeah.
Put those lights over there. Those are hot in the minute.
Action!
This lighting is bullshit.
Action! And then the scene's over there. Wait, where are you guys? Over here? Oh.
Is it because I'm wearing shades?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a jacket too. It's a hat.
No, it's your hat.
Yeah, it's your hat.
You got a blind guy's cap.
You're right.
That's not people say that about me a lot. They think I look like a blind and I'm blank.
What a thing to think.
Why are they saying that to you?
Who says that?
Just random people. Anytime they comment or they clown on me and they dunk on me.
So you go to Lionheart, you look like a blind jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah, or a blind blank or something.
No, they're in the class. They're like, why is this blind guy teaching us?
Yeah. It's because I don't know where I'm going most of the time.
Do you wear shades while you do jiu-jitsu?
No, dude, that's crazy. I wear.
Does anyone do that? That's tight.
That's crazy.
Does anybody do that?
What if I wear goggles, like the ones that they wear in the old school NBA games?
They're straight up goggles with
Like construction ones?
Yeah.
Clean Elijah one?
Yeah. That'd be kind of fire. But sometimes, I don't think you need to see when you're doing jiu-jitsu, dude. It's all feeling. It's all closing your eyes, and you can't tell if I'm closing my eyes.
Are there any jujitsu accessories that are kind of stupid to wear, but people wear them?
Okay, our buddy used to wear. He's the only person I've ever seen wear these. It was
What's his
during.
name, first of all?
His name is Heinrich Wassemer. He's a good buddy of mine.
Heinrich.
Doesn't sound very American.
He's not American at all. Matter of fact, he's 100% Guatemalan.
Heinrich.
His
He
name
has
is
a
Heinrich
fucking
Wassemer.
Nazi name?
Yeah.
What
His
is it?
brother's name is Elwig, and his other brother's name is Ludwig.
Adolf.
Mein Kampf is
Shouldn't his name be Heinrich
Heinrich,
instead of Heinrich?
but it's Heinrich.
No, but he's Guatemalan, so the H is pronounced.
Oh, it's pronounced in Guatemala?
Why is he
Yeah.
Nazi Guatemalan?
I have no idea. We ask him this all the time, and he's like, I don't even know. My dad just he had a theme in mind, I guess.
Is
A theme?
I don't know. It's a German theme.
Is it racist to think that his dad wanted his son to be rich, so he enrich?
Oh,
Maybe?
You know what?
No?
I don't think they're a big pun family though, so I don't know. I don't think so.
I like puns usually, though.
I think you're smarter than all of us though, because you saw that in your head before.
I didn't even spell it.
I didn't even spell.
I
it
can't
out.
tell who he's looking at, so
I
I feel
know.
like he's looking
He's
at me,
blind.
calling me smart.
As long as you look in the general area of a blind person, I think you're okay.
What's the accessory?
He wore these socks on the mat because the mat was really cold, so he put these socks on,
Okay.
and they're like jujitsu socks, kind of like the socks that you get when you go to Sky Zone.
Oh, it has grips underneath.
Yeah. And we obviously were like, "What the fuck are you wearing, dude?"
Are they toe socks though?
I don't know. I don't remember.
That'd be dope. You know what? That would throw people
No,
off.
dude, it doesn't make sense at all. You shouldn't wear any socks on the mat. That's crazy.
Don't you think that would throw you off though? If you're doing jujitsu with a guy and then he has toe socks on and he's wiggling his toes?
Yeah, and then you're gonna be like, I'm gonna punch this guy in the face, even though we can't.
You get motivated to win.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I can't get beat by the guy with socks on.
With grippy on the bottom with grippy.
But he wore them once, I think once or twice, and then we kept making fun of him, and then he stopped wearing them.
Wow.
I wrestled a blind guy before.
That must have been
Wow.
hard.
I lost.
Wow.
Hey, low key, and my buddy competed against one in a jiu-jitsu tournament, and he lost to him too.
The blindies, they're good.
That's what you call them. Right?
The blindies?
Is that a Bart original?
So it was no, it was at where was it?
Blindies.
It was at Gabrielino High School. So I wrestled in high school, and then you know, sometimes like these fucking high school sports, they're kind of like a rush. You don't know what the fuck's going on. Everyone, someone's making weight, someone's shaving his head because he needs to like lose half a pound or whatever.
Somebody's got a blind stick coming in.
Well, so like they
singlet on.
the ref, he was like, okay, it's my turn, so I'm supposed to wrestle this guy. The ref was also deaf. So the way this guy speaks,
Dude,
I don't
think
know
you're
why.
as-
I don't know why.
like
I
a
swear to God.
special-
I think you've joined the wrong division.
the ref was deaf, so you can't understand what he's saying. Like he was like like that, right? Wow. And then I was like, what? He blows the whistle, and this guy immediately goes for a double. And then when you have like the cleanest double in the world, you just get picked up and you're on the ground.
Yeah.
And so my mind is half processing what is going on, half getting pinned. Then the ref comes, boom, literally pins me like 30 seconds.
But he didn't hear that, right?
Who, the ref?
Never mind. Keep going.
Well, the
ref.
wrestler maybe didn't see it. And
ref.
then so I get up. I'm still fucking confused as to what's going on. My coach is like, "You lost," and I was like, "I didn't really know what the fuck's going on." I see that wrestler get walked to the side, and his coach was gonna give him Skittles. He goes like this, and then the Skittles are dropping on the floor. And I was like,
Shut up.
No, I swear to God. I was like,
what the fuck?
no, so I was like,
What kind of sitcom is
no,
this?
I swear to God. I was like, that's fucking crazy. And then I'm like, I go to the ref, I'm like, what happened?
So the coach is blind too?
No.
How did he miss?
Did your high school wrestle like a blind school? Is that what's going on?
And then the fucking
He's signing in on Braille, dude.
and then I was like, I was pissed. So I was like I was trying to, I think, figure out what was going on with the ref. And the ref was like, I said keep the heads up at all times. So what he was saying is like, because he's blind, the rules is after you shake hands, you have to stay like you have to stay touching because he can't see.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
I don't understand any of that.
You can't just run over to the corner and come back.
Yeah, you can't be
Start
like
chasing
you can't be
around.
like this and then just fucking don't make noise.
the guy's right here and whistles from across
And then
different.
finally I'm like behind him. Gotcha, motherfucker.
Then he's really good though.
Because that's what I was gonna ask you. Because when I was in high school, there was a blind wrestler in Orange County, and a friend of mine wrestled, and they said you have to like brush his hands
You have to touch him at all times.
At all times.
But the ref didn't explain that very well, or he didn't enunciate very well.
Wow.
So I couldn't fucking hear what the fuck he was saying. He blew the whistle. Right, it was good at blowing the whistle, cause that shit was loud. And then so the blind guy heard it, fucking picked my legs up, and I was done. And I was like, and then you know when you're in high school, and that shit happens to you. That's the joke for the rest of the year.
God.
Bart lost to a blind guy.
And you know, but yeah, kudos to the blind guy. That's savage. Because you're not touching him, and he's like, I got this.
Yeah.
Like this guy doesn't know.
Yeah, he just heard, boom,
Yeah.
shot in. So a blind guy, you fucking beat Uncle Sam, but you'll never know what I look like.
You don't need to gesture or anything.
Dude,
He's obviously watching YouTube videos all day.
guy watching the video.
Maybe he's listening. I don't know.
These are crazy stereotypes about blind people. I don't know anything about blind people really.
It's at Gabrielino High School. There's history there.
Dude, that guy knew exactly what he was doing. Like he heard the ref saying it indistinguishably, and he knew you didn't understand. And then he heard the whistle, and he goes, I got this.
How come you didn't hear the Skittles?
He heard him bouncing off the top.
Yeah, I heard him bouncing off the floor.
Because the wrestler is blind, not deaf. The referee is deaf.
Have you guys seen that wrestler with no legs? Yeah, and he's like ripping.
Oh shit, that fool could do crazy flares.
Dude.
Do you ever see him? He's like, cause he doesn't have legs. He does like the craziest flares I've ever seen.
I don't know if crazy is the right word, but yeah.
Dude, like nothing against like, wrestlers with disabilities, but but like when you lose to one, it is different.
You're fucking our life up.
Yeah, because there was a girl wrestler too when I was in high school.
Oh yeah, because that's a disability. Just being a
Totally. Well, because strength-wise. But then that girl won 2 matches. Like in the whole season, she won 2. And those guys that lost, I'm sure, especially back in like the late 80s, early 90s, where it was okay to say like, you know, yeah, all that stuff.
Good word choice. Very safe.
Yeah,
Dude, one of our homies she's a jiu-jitsu homie. She competed in an all-boys tournament because they didn't have any women that showed up for the tournament, and she won the whole bracket.
Whoa.
And the guy in the final didn't shake her hand.
That's fucked up.
Wow, that's messed up.
But he was mad, dude. He was so mad.
He was blind. He was like,
Oh yeah, maybe it was blind.
They were just blind.
Did he catch the Skittles?
Did he even have hands, dude? He might even not have had hands.
Nah, he had hands, dude. He had hands.
Oh.
I remember it.
So he caught the Skittles. Is what you're saying?
So how many people did she have to beat?
I think she only had like 2 or 3.
Oh damn, and they were good. These dudes were like decent.
Yeah, I think it was like I think a lot of it, what it is too, is like they don't know how to enter the match, right? It's like, okay, do I smash? Do I destroy her?
'Cause then
Do
you
I
look
try
back. You
to
look back,
destroy
too.
her? Or do I just kind of like go easy and figure
What
it
would
out?
you do if you were one of these guys?
Oh my god, that's so scary.
Dude.
and she had like huge tits.
What?
What?
What did you say to me, dude?
What are you listening to?
That has
Then you
nothing to
grab
do
the
with
kidney,
jiu-jitsu.
open it up. Is that what you wanted to hear, you pervert?
Yeah. Tell him, dude. I wouldn't open up the key. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
But would you go 100% like all out?
I think you'd have to, bro.
Yeah.
I think you have to because my teammate, who is a lady who beat all these guys in the tournament,
Yeah.
she's really
That's
good.
dope.
And if like you think you're gonna beat her up just because she's a lady, she'll snap your ankle, bro.
So did those guys afterwards? They had to give them pink belts
Stupid.
They just spit on them, dude, at the podium. Like you don't deserve this.
for a week, and they just have to have a pink belt.
She probably hopes that they underestimate her.
Well, because she's very unassuming. She's like,
She must be hella tight then, huh?
she's hella tight.
She's at your place.
Her name
What
is
belt?
Justine.
What belt is? Oh, Justine's a
You know?
fucking-
Oh, you know Justine.
I've seen.
Oh, she's the one that Joe talks about.
I've seen Justine whoop Joe's ass all over the fucking mat.
Just
Yeah,
a
she
coward.
ain't gonna fuck around.
She's beastie.
But it's like if you play basketball, it's that first time you play against a girl that plays basketball. Yeah. And then, because like when you
And
play,
she actually play.
Yeah, you play your neighborhood girlfriends and they're just like, yeah, I could beat them. And then when you finally play that one girl that actually plays, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, because most girls you see,
Yeah, you can't guard her.
most girls you see when they shoot, if you see them shoot and they kick their back leg up, you're like, I'm gonna cross this chick up. I'm gonna destroy this chick.
Yeah, I'm gonna dunk on her ass.
But when she can square her shot up and she shoots, you're like, oh fuck, like
What's that form for jiu-jitsu?
that's an interesting question.
Yeah, is there any giveaways that you're like, oh,
Like you skip to the mat.
Nah, there's some guys that skip and they're pretty gangster. There's some dudes out there. I don't
I feel like
know.
for most sports these days, it's you only recognize it's boy or girl for the split second. The minute you engage, it's just body parts. Like if they're good, even like if they're
Yeah, that's
basketball
true.
or whatever, you're like, oh, there's a chick on the court, cool. And then the minute the game starts
Right.
and she's crossing you over, it's just like hips, body parts. Oh shit, where they go? It's not like
positions.
boy, girl, or like oh they're Asian or white or black or whatever. It's just it's just person and person now, and everything goes out the window.
That's a good PC
Unless
answer.
they're Mexican, then their laundry smells good.
Dude, that's actually very true.
So
laundry?
water polo.
Huh?
What do you mean if they're laundry?
Like if you're wrestling or grappling with the Mexican,
They smell really
their
good.
geese just smell fucking good.
Oh shit.
Like very good.
Very, very.
I didn't know that.
Sure, if I'm supposed to be offended or like.
That's inside baseball for you guys. Okay.
Who has out of your data collection and analysis?
Yeah.
Who's just the generally speaking the most smelliest?
The hairy white dudes.
Really?
Yeah.
White dudes?
Hairy white dudes.
What
Because
about the-
they kind of look. Their white geese are a little yellow sometimes. Right?
Is that because their skin is so white?
No,
Is it
it's
because
just
they come in a night class and they didn't shower the whole day, or they showered? And they
there's
just
some
still
people
smell
who are
bad?
gross, bro. There's some people who are gross. Thankfully, we haven't had that issue at the academy, but for the most part, there are some people that are like after you roll with them, their stink kind of like
Is that
is
illegal?
on you a little.
I feel like that's like an illegal what is it?
Tactic?
It's like an edge. Like if you stink like crazy.
So look, there. Are you guys familiar with John Jones?
Yeah.
John Jones. He's like the greatest.
Black dude, right?
Yeah, tall black dude.
One of the greatest MMA fighters of all time.
He's like considered the GOAT. He fought this guy named Daniel Cormier, and he said every time they fought two times. He's like every time they fought, John Jones would come in smelling like shit. You knew he didn't shower. So like anytime he would grapple with him, he would be like, "Oh, dude, he smells so bad." So that kind of does fuck with your head mentally, especially if you're not like ready to deal
That's
with
an
it.
intentional tactic.
I think some guys do that, bro.
In wrestling, I don't know, Bart, if you're at school, in our wrestling team, we wouldn't wash our knee pads. Like all season, we wouldn't wash them, and like sweat. It's just nasty. Yeah. So then there's that one move where you cradle and then you put your knee in their like face. Yeah. So because the knee pad smells, like that guy would just be like get weaker because he's just smelling the nastiest. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
a thing.
That's like biochemical warfare.
Totally.
At that level, winners want to win, bro.
Dude, there was a
I like being
tournament.
That's why I lose.
There was he wrestled. I don't know if this sounds racist, but I am racist. He's Middle Eastern, and he was hairy all over. Yeah. You could smell him from like while they're wrestling. You could smell. That's how strong.
I think it's the hair.
But then when our teammate came back, we all moved from him. Like we're like, okay, dude, you gotta move, man. Like, cause he smelled too.
I think typically guys with a lot of body hair, they just tend to be a little more stinky. That's why, on the flip side, Asian dudes, which we have a lot of at the academy, they smell like nothing.
Really?
They don't smell like a thing.
You know what of mine smells like shit though?
What?
My pillow.
That's...
Well, how often do you replace your pillow?
I don't know. My head doesn't have a good smell.
Do you? Okay, there's two solutions.
What are we gonna name this?
One is wear a beanie. Wear a beanie when you sleep. Number two, you're supposed to change your pillow, I think, once every 6 months.
6 months.
The whole pillow?
The whole pillow.
What about the pillow sheet?
Well, the pillow sheet, you gotta wash like once a week.
A pillowcase?
Yeah, pillowcase, you gotta wash like once a week. But like the pillow, because it builds up all your dead skin, and it basically soaks into the pillow.
Every 6 months?
Something like that, 6 to 8 months or something.
Is that like a
Dude,
grown-up
Kalyne's
fact?
gonna throw up. Can we zoom in on Kalyne?
Are you throwing up?
Do you switch your pillow out every 6 months?
Not my pillow.
Most people don't, but you're supposed to. Like I don't.
I wash my sheets and my pillowcases like every 2 weeks.
Are you sure that's not like propaganda by Simmons and Seeley?
It could be. It very well could be.
Exactly. Right, totally. This guy's got so many pillows at his place.
My side hustle.
It's a good market.
You have a promo code, Walter?
That is true.
I don't know what we're gonna title this video, but let's go back to sports because Bart is an aficionado. What is your favorite sport outside of fighting stuff?
Outside of fighting stuff?
Yeah.
Look how surprised he is.
That's what I'm saying.
No, because to me it's like, okay, my favorite sport, MMA for sure.
I know that.
Then right outside of that,
Just said that.
probably boxing.
I get it.
And then right after that, probably jiu-jitsu and like Muay Thai.
Yeah, I think that's why I said outside of fighting specifically, because I understood that.
I think you need to specify what fighting is. Like which sports.
Keep going.
So I like those. And then
What about wrestling? Like Olympic
I
wrestling.
watch.
He's like, ooh, I like
wrestling.
wrestling.
And then sumo, and then slap boxing, and then arm wrestling, and then telephone booth boxing.
He's like, have you guys seen car jiu-jitsu?
Car jitsu.
In terms of like thespians,
Oh, dude, just
I like-
pick a sport.
I like watching NBA.
That's me.
I couldn't answer that for you.
They're some of the best actors I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Flop game is good.
Yeah, everyone, like, is that the new thing now? Because I haven't watched basketball in like 3 years. And it's like, they go like this. Watch you touch me just a little bit. Oh, fuck!
But you
And
know
they're
what?
Like, I'm like, what the fuck is that? And none of them have the ball, and you can call a foul now?
Yeah.
I thought you could sock each other. I mean, you can't sock each other.
Bro, when you watch guys flop in slow mo,
That shit's
it's just the worst. It's awful.
really funny.
But I hate flopping, but I do respect a guy that could create a flop to actually get the call, the desired outcome.
yeah.
I do think that's pretty cool.
Timing.
Everyone's
Yeah,
just falling on the ground.
Or like when they get hit and they're like, oh yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, people that draw the fouls against like key players at the right moments, though, it's like those are game changers.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's also like throwing pepper in someone's eye at the key moment.
also a strategy. But that's too big of a call, though. That's a flagrant too.
That's like
you know?
fucking like fighting and then
Yeah.
just at the key moment you just squish their eye real quick. It's
That's like when Draymond stepped on Sabonis.
Yeah, the Draymon anything.
Yeah, that was flagrant too, bro.
I think what FIFA started the whole like flopping. I
They're the
feel.
worst
soccer
at
players
it.
the ones who got
worst.
They are the
like,
absolute worst at it. And that's why I don't like certain soccer games. Because when I see one flop, I think they're worse than NBA.
I barely like soccer players.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Everyone's like what, like 130, and then they touch each other and they act like it hurts.
What's great?
Kind of. I know what you mean.
They get carted off the field.
Yeah.
As if they're seriously injured,
Yeah.
and then like a minute later, when the injury timeout's done, they come back. They literally run back. They literally run back.
And then you watch a game of rugby.
Yeah,
And then
dude.
you're like,
I'm like, they're getting hurt.
Just remind. It's so reminiscent of when you want your sibling to get in trouble. You know, when your sibling hits you
Yes.
and you really want to sell it. It just makes you feel that same annoyance when you were a kid. You're like, God.
And as Americans, we all hate that. I think that's why we can't get on board.
Except I think we endorsed it the most.
I think in the NBA. Nobody does that in football. NBA is the only sport where they actively flop.
The
Football,
NBA
no,
is
no
American.
point. Actually, no. Actually, they made a rule in the NFL about flopping. So what they
In the
did,
NFL,
they didn't call it flopping though. What they did is if you kind of fake an injury, so if the defense fakes an injury to extend timeout to give them the time to call plays, they made a rule that said if it's on the defense, then it's you get charged a timeout.
Oh, shit.
So, because defense, what will happen is like someone's be, oh yeah, they'll fall, and then there'll be like a timeout. So it gives the team a chance to call a play. So they're like, no, okay, no more of this. So the competition committee said we're gonna like penalize this by yeah. So and then that defender can't play in the next down. He has to sit out, whether he's injured or not.
makes sense.
He's got to sit out.
That's crazy how people do these technicalities, because I have a friend that fights in MMA, and one of his most controversial fights, the other guy, he pretty much knocked him out right before the bell. So this guy's wobbly. After 60 seconds, he couldn't stand up. What the coaches did was like pretend to put Vaseline, but then drop it on the ground.
Dude, that's a
And then
tactic.
so like, I gotta clean it up. So now they're like cleaning it up, and then so now it's more than 60 seconds. This is a
It
minute
used to be a
30.
bag of ice. You would spill ice on the floor
Yeah, shit
and be
like
like,
that.
oh shit, well, I gotta, sorry, I'm all thumbs. I gotta clean this up. And you gotta like scoop
You know
it all
what
out.
they should do to solve the NBA flopping situation? If you're caught flopping, that's gonna be your basketball card.
Oh yeah. That's hilarious.